Welcome to the under 84 lifters. This is the first squat of the day. Very deep squat and nice and easy. Excellent. Tegan's best squat in the past is 115, so she's going for a PB on her opener. The bar is loaded. Let's see it, Tegan. Big brace for a new PB. And that is a good lift. 3 white lights and a new PB for Tegan. Here we go, Anna, all smiles for her first squat, no nerves here. Easy stuff. Oh, 1 red light, but it's a good lift. Next up we have Lauren Domfey from Cambridge, which is where I'm from. So big cheer for Lauren. Her second ever competition. A speedy descent and a speedy ascent. 3 whites lights. And we're three white lights again. Very clean squatting so far. And that was failed on depth, unfortunately. Let's hope she can make her second and get her place on the board. A beltless squatter. Let's have it. Lovely stuff. And now we're joined by Remy, also from Cambridge. You've missed some really nice squats, only one failed so far.
It looks like some solid lifting so far. Steady walk out.
It's all been very smooth so far.
Come on, Lily.
145 kilos on the bar.
That was a nice brace and a really nice depth. Perfect amount.
Do the referees agree? It's 3 white lights.
Here we go, a big 160, heaviest opener by quite a distance.
Moves.
Nice GB singlet being brought out.
Very confident walk out there. Yeah, and that's 3 white lights.
Right, on to the second attempts.
Got 117 kilos for Jade Smiles.
Let's hope that Pfizer can make her second attempt and get a place in the competition.
Yeah, indeed. So stressful when you miss that opener.
Yeah, squats are always nervy. And yeah, missing the first one. Hopefully, mentally, it doesn't block her. This is a match PB for Jade.
Nice quick walk out.
A little bit of fear on the face, but that was a very speedy descent. And it's a good lift.
3 right lights.
So Tegan opened with a PB, so surely happy days from here on out for her.
It's only up from here.
She's got it, getting aggressive.
See what the refs think. Oh no, it's 2 to 1.
It was just a little bit high, I thought that.
Interesting to see what she puts in for her third.
Yeah.
And she's going for the same.
Yeah. A wise choice, I think.
Sensible. Just build that total. Kilos on the bar. Nice and easy.
Yeah. Wonder how much she'll jump by. And here's Lauren Domfey going in for a PB on her second attempt.
See you, Lauren. Come on.
Okay, she looks confident. No flapping around, straight under that bar.
She has a very quick descent on her squat, but seems to be working for her. It's 3 white lights. Let's hear it for Pfizer. Let's hope she can get this.
Okay, 140 kilos again for...
Come on, she can do it. Look at that focus. She seems relatively calm. Lining herself up really carefully.
Now, come on.
It's a very wide squat position. Oh, that looks like it could be good. And it's 3 white lights, and she's on the board.
Back in the competition.
She handled that first miss lift very well. Didn't let it get to her. She seemed calmer for her second attempt than her first attempt.
Yeah, it's impressive lifting.
It is sometimes just those nerves really get to you. And I imagine a lot of the lifters haven't done many competitions before, given COVID, first BUCS since 2019. So it's a very nerve-wracking day.
Yeah, exactly. And here we have Natasha with 147.5 kilos. See how this moves. Yeah. Oh, that looked very comfortable.
Yeah.
And the referees agree, it's 3 white lights.
Caitlin Davies moving up to 150.
Let's see how this moves.
This might be one of the first beltless squatters I've seen all comp. But she had a really nice squat in her first attempt.
And let's see what the referees think of that. Well, it's 2-1, white light, so she gets it. It's interesting to see Pfizer's gone for 152.5 kilos for her third attempt. So a relatively large drop compared to the rest of the flight. 55 kilos on the bar.
Oh, that looked easy. That was a 27.5 kilo comp PB as well.
You wouldn't have thought it just from looking at it, would you?
Imagine that.
Yeah.
27.5 kilos in one lift, and it was easy.
I'd take that on my total. Was that in? Lovely. I think so.
Great socks as well. This is just a phenomenal spot. 12.5 kilos above the next heaviest.
Let's see how it moves. This will be a matched PB for Melissa. balancing
A
the
little
referee's
bit,
thing.
a little bit of effort put in there, but by no means a struggle.
And there's 3 white lights.
And we're back to the start of the flight again.
Come on, Jay.
122.5 kilos. Next command. She sinks it. She's fighting through. She's going.
Oh, you can read her face so well while she's lifting. That's great expressions. It's a shame, but you know she matched her PB, and she's on the board.
It was an impressive fight.
It was a good fight. Let's go. Let's see whether Tegan can make it this time.
She's stuck to the same weight. She's going to try and get the weight she failed in the second attempt.
Let's get some height for Tegan. Go Tegan. She's looking aggressive. She wants this. Would be a 10-kilo PB if she gets it. Look at that aggression. She is dialed in. That looked really good.
Let's see what the referees think.
And it's 3 white lights. Well done, Tegan.
It's 130 kilos on the bar for Hannah.
Her squats so far haven't looked too difficult for her. Let's see how this one moves. And it's another smooth squat.
Oh, very comfortable.
Yeah, there's definitely more in the tank there.
So Lauren from Cambridge University, 142.5 kilos for her third attempt squat.
That is a little bit higher than we predicted when I was planning attempts with her this morning. I really hope she gets this one. Let's go, Lauren. She looks focused. She looks calm. Oh, and was that a step? She's got the lift. Great PB for Lauren.
So for any of our viewers wondering what B means by was that a step, you have to wait to get the rack command before you attempt to re-rack it. And even taking a step before that command will give you a red light, and that may be what that centre referee thought they had seen.
And let's go, Pfizer. It's a 12.5 kilo jump from her previous one. I wonder whether this is what she wanted when she started out, or whether she's pulled back a little bit after that failed first one. But she's getting focused. She's looking intense. She's grinding. Yes.
It's 2-1. She gets the lift.
2 good squats.
It's always a difficult one, isn't it, B, when you've failed your opener, whether to try and make up the ground on your next 2 attempts or...
Yeah. I wonder whether she went for a little kind of middle ground, because 12.5 kilos is quite a big jump on that squat. So I reckon she went for kind of middle ground there, and it paid off. That is an intense focused look if I've ever seen one.
Very comfortable.
Very controlled lifting. Her whole demeanour.
There's 3 white lights.
Come on, Caitlin. A lot of PBs in this flight so far. Let's hope she gets this one. It would be 17.5 kilos. Come on. Oh.
She doesn't quite have that.
Oh no, has she hurt herself? A medic's being called over. She looks like she's in a lot of pain. I really hope she's okay. Big round of applause for Lauren from the audience. Good, Natasha. Caitlin, sorry. Had a little bit of a moment there.
It's never what you want to see when you're getting injured on the platform.
No. A lot of support in the crowd for this lift.
Well, I understand this would be a very large PB.
Yeah. 32.5 kilo PB.
I wonder whether referees think there might have been downward movement.
I was thinking, yeah, there was a little bit of downward movement there.
Shame.
Would have counted in the gym. Let's go, Millie. Now this is her first PB attempt of the day. 2.5 kilo PB. Nice solid walkout. Was that a good lift? And it's 3 white lights. And here we go. Is this going to be the biggest squat of the day? She's already secured the biggest squat of the flight, but is she going to increase that lead?
172.5 kilos on the bar. It's a very big squat.
I mean, she's got the GB singlet, hasn't she? And this is also a PB for her, 5 kilos, if she makes it. She's looking serious. Come on, Melissa.
Was there any doubt?
That was... I reckon there's more in there as well.
Yeah. 3 white lights.
Yeah, and that brings us to the end of the squats for the under 84 and 84 plus women. And now on to the 120... under and over 120 kilo men. Time for the women to go and rest, refuel, prepare themselves for bench, have a bit of a snack. I'd recommend some of the porridge today. Yeah, let's get on to these big boys. Kilos for Josh. That was very deep.
Now, I would say that that did look very easy.
His PB is 202.5.
I wonder whether he's warming up on the platform.
And now we have to get a few more plates on the bar as we move up to the next attempt of 220 kilos for Thomas.
Our efficient platform crew got that on in the blink of an eye.
Look at Mike, what a legend.
Indeed.
Getting out the ammonia for this one. It's only 5 kilos below his PB. He's taking his time with the setup. Very controlled.
Very comfortable.
Yeah.
See what the referees think. And it's 3 white lights. So next up, we've got 225 kilos for Cameron.
And this is a match PB for Cameron.
Let's see how this moves.
This is our only 120 kilo plus lifter of the day. We had a few dropouts. So it's a podium place secured for him. Well, got to make his squats first. Speedy. Is it a good lift? Yes,
And
it is.
3 white lights. So I noticed that Josh Mason has decided that he's not going to, from what I gather, won't be doing his second squat. I wonder whether he's injured himself.
I think it might be an injury.
Yeah.
Something to get him on the board though. Nice 75 kilos.
It is a tough position to be in.
You know the injury live well, don't you, Remy?
Unfortunately, I do. Let's see what the referees think. There's 3 white lights.
It was very comfortable.
Good depth as well.
Especially for such a wide stance. I don't think I can get to depth if I go that wide at all. That's why I don't sumo either.
Come on, Dom.
255 kilos for Dominic.
That is 105 kilos above his PB. 105.
Wow. Let's see how it moves.
Come on, Dom.
It's moving. Looks smooth on the way up. Let's see what the referees think. There's 3 white lights. Very comfortable 105 kilo PB.
Yeah. 105 kilos.
I imagine lots of these lifters.
That was my squat. Oh, that was my squat in my first BUCS, and he just PB'd by it.
It's impressive stuff.
And going for the heaviest squat of the day, William.
Leeds University. Gets command. And that
Easy
very
stuff.
comfortable.
Wow. So much weight moving so easily. And they're all on the board.
It's good to see Everyone's got that first squat in. There'll be no losers today.
Well, I mean, they still have to get through bench and deadlifts.
I guess that's true.
It's always fun to get through all of your squats, all of your benches, and then miss out on the deadlift.
Settles it in. Really smooth my way up. Let's see what the referees think. It's a little bit high there, I think.
Yeah, that's a shame. I wonder what he'll put in for his third attempt. Now, if you notice, William has just put in 286 as his second attempt.
So we've got a record attempt there.
Record attempt.
For now, we've got 235 kilos for Cameron. He's wedging himself underneath that bar.
As I said, he is the only 120 plus lifter of the day, so gold medal secured. He's going for a PB here.
He drives it up.
It looked nice. Do the refs agree?
They do. It's 3 white lights. So next up we've got Dominic from Loughborough University with 262.5 kilos.
He's currently forecasted at placing second in the under 120 kilo men.
Loughborough University often do show a good showing at BUCS.
Yes, they do.
Come on, Dom!
Come on, Dom.
Let's go! We go, Dom!
Placing himself very carefully with the bar.
Come on!
It out.
Come on.
Keep pushing, come on.
It's not quite there today.
And it looked like that was on strength. I don't know. It didn't. Like his technique looked fine. I wonder what he'll put in for his third as well.
So he's going for the same again for his third
That's
attempt.
a sensible one.
Next we've got 270 kilos on the bar for Tom Holloway.
A 20 kilo jump, pretty big jump.
Let's see how it moves.
This is a match PB. I wonder whether he wants to secure at least a previous total and then just go for some fun, wild attempts for his thirds.
Is that your official advice for attempt selection?
Depends if I'm giving advice or choosing my own attempts. And if there's someone to stop me from choosing my own attempts.
Shout out to Luke Rogers. So let's see what the referees
Good
think.
depth, I thought. And
they
3
agree?
white lights. No reaction from him though. He looks so easy breezy.
We've now got 286 kilos on the bar for William from Leeds, which is
A record attempt.
BUCS record attempt. shiny micro plates will come out for this one from the secret stash collection. You can just see there the head ref is really making sure that that is the right weight.
He's looking intensely focused. I do not want to be in the way of him in the bar right now. Let's go, William.
See how this moves.
His first attempt moved nicely, and 16 kilos isn't a huge percentage to jump by. Oh, it was deep and so fast. He looks happy with that.
I would be too. There's 3 white lights.
Very good.
See, it'll be interesting to see what he goes for his third.
Interesting, Thomas chose to increase his squat third even though he failed his second. Let's hope he makes it.
It's maybe a risky strategy, but let's see if it pays off. And sometimes you just you have the confidence in yourself to get it.
Is Thomas handling himself today? I don't see anyone with him in the waiting area. Maybe this is why it's a slightly risky third attempt. Oh, I hope he gets it.
Oh, is he gonna?
Taking a while to unload that record attempt and
all the plates.
He's staring that bar down. Here we go, Thomas. Let's get hype. The audience is cheering him on.
Nice and tight under that bar.
Deep brace. And a deep squat. Oh, it's paid off. Let's see what the refs think.
There's 3 white lights. The correct decision indeed.
Yeah. Oh, dropped his belt. Just the rush of excitement for making his third attempt.
So next up we have Cameron with 242.5 kilos on the bar.
12.5 kilo jump, slightly bigger than his first jump.
This will also be a PB, 225 being his previous best.
It's clearly heavy, but he's bracing, setting up well. Was that enough?
Explodes out of the hole.
And it's 3 white lights. He's secured that lift. 3 for 3 so far. 262.5 again for Dominic.
From Loughborough University. See if he can add that extra 7.5 kilos to both his total as well as the team aggregate total. Long-standing rivals of Cambridge University.
He's currently forecasted 3rd place as well, so he's probably really hoping to count those kilos, make sure that 4th doesn't catch up with him. He's approaching the bar with intensity.
Come on, Dom.
Really securing it on himself. You want that perfect setup.
Come on.
Come on, Tom.
Nice.
Oh,
It's an excellent catch from the spotters
yeah. That's a lot of weight to catch. I don't envy them. Well done, Dominic.
It'll be interesting to see how that translates when we get to the deadlift. Does look like there's a pretty substantial difference between our current forecasted 4th and 3rd place, but if you have a look at the difference between 3rd and 2nd, it's only 7.5 kilos in it. So
And those 7.5 kilos were on the bar just then.
exactly. So these, it cannot up. It'll be interesting to see when we come back later. But for now, it's just about building that total. You've got to keep your mind off such things.
Yeah. Save it for the deadlifts, then you start going for the places. Here we go, Tom.
Wait, don't think I'll 2,000 calories for like 2 weeks. That's literally why as fuck. You got 267 in the training pretty easily.
That's a confident walkout and just a very wide stance. Nice. Has he got it? He's got it up. What do the refs think? Only one red light, so that's a new PB, I think, for Tom. And a huge squat. Yeah, 10 kilo PB. Here we go for 300. Hopefully breaking the record for the 2nd time today. The centre ref is taking very careful measures to make sure this is the right weight. Hitching that squat rack up must be quite the effort. 300 kilos on the bar.
He looks poised for it.
He's aggressive, he's intense.
Is he going to get there?
I mean, the previous one moved so easily. Let's see.
And I think it looks good.
Did he even put that much effort into that? That was smooth.
That's 300 kilos.
Wow.
A new
Huge to see. Surely I have to celebrate with a big boys' night after this.
So that concludes the squatting for the afternoon.
We'll be back in the with the bench in 10 or so minutes. and welcome back for the bench press.
You're with Remy Rufus-Toy and
Beatrice Fishwick. We are both from Cambridge University, and we've got one lifter in this flight. We've seen some very impressive squats so far. The bench, it's a very technical lift. You know, people are very particular about their setups. Things tend to slow down a bit during the bench with all the loading and the extensive, you know, shoulder mobility, exorcism-looking stuff that people do to get in that perfect position, limited range of motion.
I think the common wisdom is that rather than trying to make up your total with your bench press, you're more trying not to lose anything before it comes to the deadlifts. What would you say about that?
Some of us have very short arms and have to make their total with the bench. But yeah, in common advice is don't do that. And here we start.
It'll be interesting to see the approach that our lifters take today, especially with some close contention in some of the forecasted scores. But first up we have Jade, 47.5 kilos.
And it's a good lift. Jade, that was a very speedy descent for Jade. It was the same thing in her squats. She's a fast lifter. Moving up to 55 kilos now. Some yellow plates. Let's see it for Natasha. She's getting her lift off and then finishes setting up.
Takes her time to put it on the bench. Very comfortable.
Yeah, really nice lifting. Here we go for Lauren. This is a match PB for Lauren. Discussing her handoff with the spotter. Handoff is very important. A dodgy handoff can make or break a bench.
Yeah, indeed.
It's a real skill being able to give a good handoff. Nice and stable. Oh, a little bit of a wobble, but she's got the start.
It's very comfortable.
Yeah.
Didn't see anything wrong with that. Yeah, and there's 3 white lights.
Really nice to see.
So next up we've got Tegan from Exeter University with 65 kilos on the bar.
Exeter University also put on a very good display this comp. They had a lot of lifters, very successful lifters as well.
A lot of depth there. Let's see how this moves.
She's really compacting her shoulders. No handoff for her though, she's self-unwrapping. Was it just me or was that press command quite early? But it was really nice bench. It was very stable on the chest. She clearly doesn't need to practice her pause benches, those 3 count pauses. She's got a very stable bench.
So far it's a missed opening squat. Let's see if she can start her bench press in maybe a little bit more of a less stressful manner.
Yeah. It's always nice to limit the stress on a comp day, given it's always stressful anyway.
And that looked very comfortable.
Very nice. And we're going up to 70 kilos now. She had very clean and controlled squats. I don't think a single red light, so let's see if her bench matches that technique. Yes, it
White
does.
lights.
Moving up again. This is a 10 kilo PB. Once again, a discussion of the handoff. You want it to be perfect.
That communication really can be something that makes or breaks that handoff. It's nice and tight.
Yeah, sliding herself up the bench into the perfect position, getting the shoulders really, really compacted. That did look like a nice handoff. The communication was definitely worth it there. Lovely and smooth. So nice. 82. And we're moving on to the red plates now. This is the, well, 82 will be the heaviest opening bench, with Melissa doing the same for her first attempt as well. A lot of support from the crowd for this. She's set, she's stable.
Very clean indeed.
Really, really nice. I'm very impressed with the quality of lifting I've seen both today and throughout the whole competition.
Yeah, in general, I've seen lots of sensible attempt selections.
Yeah. Got to tuck that hair in. Quite a big range of, I mean, I guess she's just got long arms, which will do good things for her deadlift, but I was going to say quite a big range of motion on that bench.
But in spite of that, still a very impressive bench.
Yeah.
Notice that Caitlin Davies has opted not to put an opener in.
Yeah.
Whether that be because of the injury from earlier on, I do hope that she's okay.
Yeah. It was her shoulder that was hurting. I wonder if it was a flare-up as well of a previous injury, or it happened there and then. Very speedy, a little bit of a sticking point, but lovely all the same.
3 white lights.
On to Natasha.
60 kilos. Again, representing Leeds University. takes her time to place that on the bench.
She has a very, it looks like a very high arch. And 3 white lights.
It's really taking that time to emphasize putting that pressure on that on those traps.
Mm-hmm. Here we go with Lauren and 60 kilos. Oh, a little bit of a hair problem there. It is tricky benching when you have long hair. And that was a easy.
Just one red light. I wonder.
Maybe a foot movement or
Potentially.
maybe bum coming up a little bit. Couldn't quite see from where we were, but it's still a good lift.
Yeah, and he gets on the board. So next up we have Tegan again from Exeter University. 70 kilos for her second attempt.
Yeah, these careful setups is why I said things do tend to slow down a bit during the bench, but exciting lifting all the same. She's set, start command came. A careful descent, and it led to a really nice lift.
Very easy, 3 white lights there.
7 remain on the bar, right height 7, 4, 5.
A 2.5 kilo jump for her.
Come on, Piper.
She's looking smiley. I hope this means confidence. Yeah, you'll notice both her and Shizaram are taking 2.5 kilo jumps. You tend to go for slightly smaller jumps on the bench. Remy, how much do you normally jump up by on the bench?
It really depends. Usually that's good for maybe 7.5 kilos between an opener and a second, maybe 5 kilos. 5 kilos on a second. But you know, it all depends on how it moves.
Yeah. I guess with as a man, you have more opportunity to go for more of a 7-up bench. Here we go.
Easy, Jess, come on.
75 kilos on the bar. Again, representing Loughborough University.
Very nice socks as well. Got a ex-Loughborough University powerlifter that trains in the Cambridge gym. He's a big fan of SpongeBob socks as well. Very careful descent.
Sticks a little bit on the way up there. But let's see what the referees think.
I think that would have been the downwards movement. That's a shame. It was still very speedy, so it'll be interesting to see what she puts in for third. I would expect maybe the same. Yeah, she's gone for the same.
It's always difficult to tell whether it's a little bit of technique or whether it's strength, a little bit of both.
Yeah, especially with bench as well, because it is so setup dependent. Benching on a different bench to what you're used to can have quite a big effect. So yeah, it makes it even harder to tell what's going wrong sometimes.
But that looked very comfortable. There's 3 white lights right there.
Now you'll notice this is 85.5, another BUCS record attempt.
Indeed.
But will it be taken immediately after by Melissa? Be interesting to see if she holds the record for a minute. I'd take a minute of a record if I could.
Let's see it, Millie.
Here we go, Millie. Get excited. Her handler's looking nervous, but he's giving her good advice.
Very comfortable.
Very, very comfortable.
It's 2-1. I wonder what the...
That's technical with the yellow, so it must be foot or something. And is the record about to be broken again?
Interesting. So she's gone for 88 kilos for her third attempt. But for now, Melissa with 87.5. Let's see if she can retake this record.
She's setting up carefully. Easy.
Very comfortable. So Millie doesn't hold on to that record for very long. With Melissa coming along and taking it with 87.5.
This is exciting.
Now look very comfortable. It'll be interesting to see what she goes for her third.
Yeah. I mean, once you've got the record, is there really much need to push it too far? But you always want those extra kilos, don't you?
Yeah, it's all about that total.
To 55 for Jade. This will be a PB of 5 kilos. Very nice. She looks happy with that. 92.5 kilos Melissa's put in. That is phenomenal. Another 5 kilo jump as well. Right, here we are with Natasha. She's getting so stable. A little bit slower, but it was 3 white lights.
Great lifting there from Natasha.
Well done.
So to finish off her bench press, Lauren with 62.5 kilos. So 2 kilo jump from her second attempt. Which moved well. I think she got 1 red for a technical, so it'll be interesting to see how this one moves. That's the start command.
That moved
Very
nicer than her second. Rapid. Another
And again,
technical.
2-1.
But it's a good lift. She's happy.
72.5, right height 6, Keegan.
Here we go, Tegan.
This is a 2 kilos on the bar.
Match PB for her. She's getting in the zone. Nice, careful setup. She just screws her feet into place there.
That's the start command.
So controlled.
She's fighting, she's fighting, she's fighting.
What
She
do the
gets
refs
it up.
think? Yes, 3 white lights. I was slightly worried there was a little bit of downwards movement, but the refs are happy. She's happy.
Yeah, a great fight there. Difficult thing to do.
Yeah. Another 2.5 kilo jump. Let's hear it for Pfizer.
And she gets it a little bit stuck at the top there. What do the referees think?
And it's a good lift. Yeah, luckily that bit of downwards movement was after the rack command, so it doesn't matter. Let's hope that Shizaram can make this 2.5 kilo jump this time. I mean, in the end, it doesn't make much of a difference to her total if she does only 2.5 kilos. But you know, every kilo counts, doesn't it?
Yeah, that is true, but there are only 2.5 kilos between the forecast scores of her and the person in fourth, so those kilos can add up.
And that was nice and smooth. What do the refs think?
That's another
Happy
2.5
days.
kilos on that total.
Yeah, just trying to keep her lead. Hannah's looking happy, excited for her third attempt.
Very snappy lifting there. There's 3 white lights.
And she's so happy. Well done, Hannah.
So next we have Millie from Nottingham. See if she can retake the record that was very recently just taken off her.
Just passing it back and forth, aren't they?
Yeah.
She was looking intensely focused as she walked out. Quite a quick setup from her.
Drives it up. Oh, and that looks very comfortable.
So smooth.
There's 3 white lights, and she retakes her record. But will Melissa be able to retake it again?
If she doesn't, there's a chance she'll wish she'd maybe gone a bit more conservative for 90 kilos. But let's hear it for Melissa. Can she get this?
Four times in this class.
Melissa. And she's taken one red light. She's taken back the record.
Well done, Caitlin.
Incredible.
Clearly her confidence is very well placed in herself. Didn't even need the chip there. Straight for 92.5 kilos.
Yeah, that was some great benching from the women. That record, I don't know, it's a game of catch with the record, wasn't it? let's see what the men bring now.
Indeed.
Starting off with 122.5 kilos from Thomas. That is a 5 kilo PB as well.
And it's great to see all the support that has come out here. I can see lots of people. How many do you count, Dee?
I count at least 7.
At least 7. Right, so now we have Thomas with 122 kilos to start flight B. Very
Lovely
comfortable
and
there.
smooth.
And that's 3 white lights.
127.5, 11 Josh.
This is a 2.5 kilo PB for Josh.
And on his opener. Let's see how it moves.
He looks excited. There's a little chuckle as he came out there.
So if you remember, we suspected that Josh might be carrying an injury at the moment with his 75 kilo squat opener, and then deciding not to take the second or the third. Let's hope that it doesn't affect his bench pressing.
Maybe he is saving it all for bench. And that was easy.
Great, 3 white lights.
It clearly, his injury is not to do with his shoulders, his chest. He's gonna
Or maybe it is,
for
maybe he's just that strong.
And 155 kilo. We're at the point where people are benching more than I deadlift now. Glad I'm not giving the handoffs.
Very wide stance there. And that's 3 white lights. Wide, but stable.
And next we have William Flynn. Biggest squat of the day, and he's opening with the biggest bench. Well, there's also 160 coming after him as well. But yeah, biggest squat and potentially biggest bench.
I do believe this is Dominic.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I can't read anymore, it seems. It's been a long competition.
And Dominic is on the board. It's 55 kilos to his total, but also to the aggregate total for Loughborough. Now we have William Flynn from Leeds University.
So remember everything I just said. Think about that now.
Just start command.
Lovely and
comfortable.
smooth, yeah.
Just exactly what you want to see from an opener.
And mean, to be fair, all of his attempts so far have looked, well, very, very manageable for him.
Indeed.
And it's 160 again for Tom. He's currently forecasted second place. Let's hope he makes this, gets on the board, and keeps his chance at a podium.
Maybe a little bit slow. I think he struggled to get the start command initially there.
Yeah.
Some soft elbows, but he did well to recognise what the problem was and lock them. Yeah, corrected them.
Yeah, it's really tricky if you don't get the start command. It can just completely fatigue you, and then you miss out.
But he's on the board with 160 kilos.
Yeah. Back to Thomas again. A little bit of a struggle there, but very manageable. What do the refs think?
It's 2-1.
Yeah, one technical red light. Jumping up to 145 now for Josh. Setting up carefully. You notice his shoes they turn up a bit at the heels and also at the toes. Hopefully that doesn't delay his start command. He's got the start command. Is it a good lift? Yes, it is. Yeah, you have to have your heels flat, your whole feet flat on the floor in order for it to be a good bench. And you don't want your shoes to let you down, but they didn't in this case.
Next up, we've got Dominic with 162 kilos on the bar at Loughborough University. Let's see how this moves.
A lot of support in the crowd for Dom. Great lift, very technical. A little bit slow, but you know, it's the second attempt. Things are going to start getting hard now. Very wide with his feet. Really, I guess that's how he finds it most stable, so he can keep his shoulders pinned in place. And that was very smooth.
3 white lights and a 15 kilo PB for William.
Huge, well done. Cameron, not William. Now we have William. And that was speedy as well. 3 white lights.
170 kilos on the bar for Tom Holloway. This will be a matched PB, leaving him room to go for that PB in the third attempt. Let's see how it moves.
There's a little bit of instability as he unwrapped it, but he's driving. Was it a good lift? Yes, it was. 3 white lights.
Great lifting there from Tom.
Yeah. And now we're on to the third attempts. 1-3-2 for Thomas. He strides out confidently. Screwing his feet in place. Readjusting, and now top the start command. Will it go? Oh, and he just fails it.
It's a shame there. But he still has 127 kilos in the bench press to add to the total. So.
Josh Mason going for another PB. His previous PB was 135, so if he gets this, he'll have added 15 kilos. As we've said, this is his big lift of the day, with what we suspect is an injury stopping him from squatting to his full potential. So I expect he's putting a lot of pressure on this lift. Let's hope he makes it. He's driving. Oh,
It's a shame.
real pity.
But he walks off with a smile.
Yeah. Jumping up to 170 now. He's getting hyped. Placing himself carefully. Stable at the top. Very quick start command. And it leads to a nice smooth lift. But yeah, he was so stable, got quick start, quick press command, and he reaped the benefits of it.
Textbook lifting right there from William. Tom, wait.
Dom.
Dom. There we go. Close enough.
And now William Flynn from Leeds, going for 170 as well.
Let's go, Will. Come on.
A healthy dose of chalk on the back there. Guess the start command. He's pushing through.
Got it.
And I think that looked good from here.
Yeah, a little bit of a grind, but a good lift. He looks very happy with that.
3 white lights.
An extra 5 kilos to his huge total. He is in the lead by a long way. And now on to Cameron.
Come on.
He's got aggression. Can he channel it into his bench?
Break the side. I want to see it. Come on. I see it, Cam. Come on. Come on.
Oh, it bounced off his chest and then...
He knew he didn't have it. Straight
but
from the
he's
chest.
still happy.
He's the platform with a smile.
Yeah, I believe he beat his bench anyway. Yeah, he got a 15 kilo PB, so always nice to have an extra 10, isn't it? But some days it just doesn't happen.
What's on?
So to finish off the bench pressing for Group B.
Heaviest bench of the day. Very careful setup. A good arch. It's a long start command. And it's just not quite there. I mean, he's still... I think that start command, you know, if you don't get it very quickly, it can really affect things, as we said earlier. And unfortunately, it was just a little too long for him today. We saw some great bench pressing there. Anything you'd like to focus on, Remy?
It's interesting to see how the subtotals now line up, now that we've finished the bench press. I think in some places it seems like there's a fair distance between first, second and third, but maybe there's a little bit less of a distance between third and fourth in some places. But equally, you never know what can happen after you get to the beginning of the deadlifts.
Yeah, I mean, first place is in the lead by a long, long way. And then I guess it's 2, 3 and 4 where we're going to see the battles happening.
It's also incredible to see not more than one record being broken today across more than one lift, both the squat and the squat and the bench press.
Yeah, very exciting lifting. There was that little back and forth of records in the women's flight. And yeah, Melissa just took it there at the end.
Yeah, and you'll see a showing of the Team GB singlet.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard the Team GB singlet just adds on extra kilos on its own.
Yeah, so it'll be exciting to see what happens in the deadlifts, because although we have the forecast totals, we know that anything can happen.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You know, it's often very hard to tell how fatigued you're going to be by the time you get to the deadlifts, and you know the height of the final lift of the day. It can sometimes, the pressure proves to be too much.
do you tend to keep your eye on the scores as you go along, or
I don't even
do you
like
keep it in
knowing
the
what
back
I'm
of
about
the
to
mind?
lift next, let alone the scores.
But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens when we go into the deadlifts.
Yeah.
We'll be back in about 10 minutes' time to see what does happen.
And we're back for the deadlifts. Tegan opening up with 130.
Yeah, it's big lifting here.
Nice and easy.
Very comfortable.
And here we go with Jade opening at 140.
Your bar is loaded.
A little bit of a wobble at the top there.
But very comfortable still, and 3 white lights. All of her lifts have been speedy, and the deadlift is no different. And here we go with Lauren, starting with 145. She looks a little bit nervous, but this is surely manageable for her. And that was so smooth.
Very comfortable first attempt there.
3 white lights. Millie Stoney now opening with the same. She's striding out.
Gets those lats nice and tight.
again. This has been some very clean and speedy openers for everyone. And Natasha now bumping us up to 147.
Big breath in. That's very comfortable. 3 white lights there. You see Natasha going for the top down rather than bottom up bracing. And by that I mean taking that big breath in at the top rather than whilst grabbing the bar at the bottom. Which do you usually go for, B?
I go for both. I brace and then I re-brace. Remy, TBT to when you could lift. What did you do?
I'm a bottom up lifter myself.
For context, Remy has severe injuries. Lovely there, deadlift there for Shazaram. But yeah, so that is why Remy no longer deadlifts. Sadly, it's a shame for the lifting world in general.
Give me a year.
See you here, 1 year time?
Potentially.
Let's go Pfizer.
150 kilos on the bar.
And this is a PB for her if she makes it. And that was comfortable. What do the refs think?
Top. 3 white lights there.
So nice to see. Hannah's been controlled throughout the competition. She's looking focused and calm again and just picks it up.
Snappy.
That was like picking up a pen from the floor. Incredible. Yeah, I was about to say, has Pfizer missed putting in another attempt, but no. She's jumping up by 10. And Hannah is jumping up by 10 as well. Melissa consistently going for the biggest lifts of the day. Smooth like butter. That was a rapid flight. Was there a single red light? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
They all looked very
Blitzed through those.
yeah. I wouldn't. Manageable would be far too much of an understatement. It was like just easy. It was like a warm up. Let's see some actual openers now. 140 for Tegan. Look up to the sky to get those final couple of inches to lock out, and it was enough. She looked happy with that. As you would be, that was a 22.5. Oh no, sorry. Can't do maths anymore either. A 12.5 kilo PB. Here comes Jade. Quite an even mix of sumo and conventional in this flight. That was quick off the floor, a little bit slower in the middle. 3 white lights, so.
Nonetheless. 152 kilos on the bar for Natasha from Leeds University. Let's see how this moves. Another conventional puller.
Good brace. very nice.
They look pretty comfortable there.
Normally, second attempts, things start to get a little bit dicey in the deadlifts, but it's all blitzing through this 10th round as well. Here comes Millie, hoping to secure a second place. I mean, she is comfortably ahead of third place, but deadlifts, there are big jumps, and that can be the difference between your placement. So here we go, another, well, what did you say, top down bracer. She pulls it up. Lovely, she's happy with that.
So you've got a little bit of a potential for a deadlift battle for third and fourth place in the 84 plus category, with only 2.5 kilos in it between Chazaram and Pfizer at the moment.
And that was a 2.5 kilos below Lauren's best ever PB, but it moved like a warm-up.
Very, very comfortable lifting there from Lauren.
Yeah. Here comes Chazaram from Loughborough Uni.
She's currently only leading by 2.5 kilos on that subtotal over Pfizer, so all of these attempts are really important.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see what each of them put in their third. They can't afford to miss a lift at this point. And there was no way she was missing that. It was rapid, smooth. She looks very happy. And Pfizer.
It's only 2.5 kilos between it at the moment in their deadlift as well. So this is another really important lift for Pfizer to get.
Just trying to edge her way ahead of Chazaram. Pfizer also weighs it. She weighed in a little bit less than Chazaram, so she just needs to equal whatever Chazaram totals at in order to edge her out of a podium position. A little bit difficult, but what do the refs think?
3 white lights.
She's staying calm and collected. No reaction from her. Game face on. Hannah's looking happy as she waits for her warm-up. A little bit of a boogie going on there. Yeah, she's all smiles today. Screws her feet in place. Interesting wearing wrist straps during the deadlift.
Yeah, you don't see it that often, but it does seem to be something that some lifters do seem to have as a preference.
That was a very quick, after the brace, very quick. She's clearly happy with that.
Well, wrist straps clearly work well for her.
Maybe I should try it. And here we are with Melissa. She is quite substantially ahead of second place, Millie. So she just needs to execute these lifts well, which she's doing.
It's interesting to see how Pfizer's gone about her attempt selection. So she's put in 172.5 kilos there. She has the advantage in that she's pulling heavier, and she's opted not to put in maybe a bit of a ballsy third attempt to try and...
Chazaram's going for change. A matching Pfizer. Yeah. It is to be expected when you're battling out for third and fourth.
So it'll be interesting to see whether Pfizer then decides to up it to force Chazaram to pull even heavier.
Yeah.
She always has the option to drop it down, which is
A lot of shouting for Tegan. Her handler barks at her to hype her up. And the team Exeter's cheering her on. She's pulling Mike
Does
there
she
to
get it?
catch her.
She does!
She gets it.
3 white lights.
One happy girl.
Indeed. Temporarily puts her into 3rd place.
Exciting. But it seems Millie now with 155. Complete opposite to the twerking celebration we just saw. Millie is stone cold focused. Handler ready to pull her headphones off as she walks on. She's getting aggressive. You have to be aggressive for a 3rd attempt deadlift, don't you?
Yeah. This is for 2nd place.
It's a struggle, and it does prove to be too much. Well done, Millie. A good try.
There's only 2.5 kilos she would have been adding onto her total there, so she still maintains her forecast place for the moment.
And now we see Jade with another 10 kilo jump.
She's pulling. Oh, it's just too heavy.
A couple of inches off the floor, but that's it today.
Great effort there.
Well done, Jade. On to Natasha now in the 84, plus category, 160. Another conventional deadlifter. Potentially the easiest 3rd attempt I've ever seen. And here comes Lauren with 165. This will be a 7.5 kilo PB. She's looking intense. She's staring the bar down. This is some icy hype from her and her handler. Stone cold focus. And the bar is loaded.
Very snappy lifting there from Lauren.
She's going to be
And
very
3
happy
white
with
lights.
that. Well done, Lauren. 9 for 9 for her today.
So if Zaram can make this lift, that will temporarily put her into 3rd place. It will then be interesting to see how Pfizer then reacts.
Yeah. The crowd behind me, I can barely hear what I'm saying down the mic as they shout their support for her.
Come on!
So extending those arms.
Has she done enough? 3 white lights.
Well done, Shazaram. She is so happy. And now, is that a quick deadlift attempt change I see? Yes. Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is indeed.
Pfizer's upped it. forecasting her an equal total with Shazaram, and as I said earlier, with the slightly lighter body weight, 91.85 versus 96.6, she only needs to equal Shazaram's total to bump her out of the podium. Oh no, Pfizer's already predicted third place. Oh yeah, sorry. I'm
So
confusing
Pfizer
myself.
needs to make this lift to get third place, and if she misses this, will maintain her position.
Come on, Pfizer. Pulling for the podium.
This is for third place.
The crowd's going wild.
She's pulling, she falls.
And it proves to...
So it was a great attempt, great
Very
effort there.
good attempt.
And a gracious walk off from the platform.
Yeah, exciting to see these battles for podiums.
It's interesting, one option that would have been there for Pfizer was when she put her third attempt in for the first time. To put in a really big attempt to try and force Shazaram to lift something heavier. But I guess you can only change your attempt so many times, and it's a bit of a risk. At the end of the day, it just wasn't there.
Yeah. Melissa looking calm and collected, as always. But this is a huge pull of 177. It's a 7.5 kilo PB. And she's made it. Securing first place in the 84 plus category. Well done, Melissa. Final pull of the day for Hannah. Oh, look at how happy she is. Let's hope she gets it. 180, that is phenomenal. I've never seen such happy hike before.
Very calm and collected
Yeah.
for a 180 kilo deadlift.
I know. Come on, Hannah. Let's get this lift. She sets up. And she pulls and it's easy.
So snappy.
Incredible to see. Well done, Hannah. First place in the under 84 category. Wow.
So yeah, some incredible lifting there.
Yeah. And now, no time to waste. We're straight into the men's flight. Opening up with 75 for Josh. So as we suspected, it must be some sort of injury affecting his lower body or maybe part of his back. Just pulling this to get a total, get on the podium. The referee is being handed some Haribos right now. You can't quite see. Need to keep their energy up. Maybe they need a Diet Coke or something, some caffeine to get them through.
Yeah, something to perk them up.
And here we go, starting the men's deadlifts. He looks happy. That was a little laugh to the side, a nod at the top.
Very quick indeed.
And he's, I wonder why that would be.
Yeah.
For reference, that is his previous deadlift PB is 235. Oh, he's going for a second attempt of 77. Is he having a little play around here, do we think?
Building that total.
Oh, well, we have said many times every kilo counts.
So a great show from Josh. It's injury can be pretty suboptimal, but to be able to still come out onto the
Not quite perfect.
but to still come out on the platform and
Yeah.
turn up in the day. Good on him.
Yeah, it's been very impressive. I mean, we saw that with the squats with the first missed attempt for one of them. It's the mental game is so important, and Josh just came out optimistic, smiley, smashed it. And on the podium, on the board even, sorry, not the podium. Thomas, very comfortable first attempt there, 3 white lights. Tom Holloway currently forecasted 2nd place. Not too far ahead of the forecasted 3rd place. Only 7.5 kilos in it, which when you're in a flight where the average jump is probably, 20 kilos between deadlifts? Mm-hmm. Those,
not much.
No, the placings are liable to change. Getting his lats tight.
Oh no, and it's 2-1.
I wonder, I didn't see what that was.
No, I'm not too sure either.
Hopefully he can overcome that. I wonder whether he still thinks he will jump up, or did he just say goodbye to his original forecast place? Cameron coming out next. This is 10 kilos below his previous PB. He's setting up, taking his time, getting that grip really secure.
A little bit slow, but he gets us to the top.
Yeah, it looked a little bit hard.
3 white lights nonetheless.
Yeah, and who knows, maybe he can grind out another 10 kilos at least and match his previous PB.
It's always difficult to tell, because every lifter is unique in the way that they slow down across their attempts. So it'll be interesting to see what his 2nd attempt looks like.
Yeah. Bars loaded for Dominic.
Easy! Come on!
The Loughborough team supporting him behind us.
Come on.
Up!
Nice.
And that looked nice and smooth. Is he going to try and edge Tom out of 2nd place?
Yeah, that's actually
William Flynn now, heaviest deadlift of the day, or heaviest opening deadlift of the day. 5 red plates on each side. And that was fast, smooth.
3 white lights.
Yeah, everything you want in a lift.
And with his a healthy lead on his total following the first opening deadlifts. See if he can maintain that.
Here comes Josh again. 2.5 kilos more. I wonder if he's going to make this lift, Remy. And we go from 5 red plates on each side down to 1. I bet the spotters and loaders are loving that. Wiping the bar down for him.
The platform crew just taking their time to make sure that the bar's nice and clean. Don't want any mishaps with grip.
Yeah. It's always painful when you make a lift and then fail it on grip. The MC hyping up the whole crowd for Josh's second deadlift attempt.
So I do believe what he's decided to do here is he doesn't actually intend on taking his second attempt here, and instead he's put in a second deadlift to run the clock, and that is as a show of sportsmanship to the rest of the people in his flight, so that they still get the rest that they otherwise would have done had he been lifting. So good show of sportsmanship there from Josh.
I have a lot of love for Josh today. He's really enjoyed his time and been a great sportsman.
And there we go. He's done the same again there with his third deadlift.
How kind. And back up to 260 now for Thomas.
Just add 20 kilos to that total. 260 up from 240. A lovely second attempt there. And there's 3 white lights.
Come on, Tom. Getting the ammonia. He's getting aggressive. He needs to make at least one deadlift attempt. Otherwise, all the work he's put in today so far goes to waste, essentially.
It's 260 to keep him in the competition.
Come on, Tom. Let's go, Tom. That looked easy. What do the refs think?
And it's 3 white lights and he's back in the game.
Well done, Tom. Cameron with 282 now. This is 2.5 kilos above his previous PB. Cute little smiley face drawn on his singlet. I wonder what SMU stands for. Unfortunately, you cannot go down in attempts, so he's forced to try and do that again. I hope he makes it, but that didn't get far off the floor, so it'll be interesting to see. Josh's.
Come on!
Dominic now with 285.
Come on!
Currently lined up for third position, but with Tom now back in the game, we may have a bit of a deadlift in our hands. Where will he get this? Gets to the top, gets the down command, and that's 3 white lights. Just looks like it took a little bit out of him. But
well done, Dom. Is he wearing a gun shield there? The intensity sometimes have to protect yourself from your own strength.
let's be interested to see what he now puts in there for that third attempt.
290.
290.
5 kilos, not a huge percentage of such a heavy lift. Here comes William, aggressive but focused. Representing Leeds for a 295 pull. He's safely in the lead with his total. So he's doing these hugely heavy lifts, but still they're quite easy for him because he doesn't need to push it to maintain first place.
Indeed.
Thomas now, 275. There is quite a way between him and third place, so no battle here, but just trying to maximise his total. And it would be a 15 kilo PB if he makes it. Third attempt deadlift of the day, of this flight. All the preparation on the platform going into making sure the bar is in prime condition for the third attempt. Clean, set up well.
Platform crew really have put in a shift today. Competitions like these couldn't run without them.
Yeah, we must always remember to thank the platform and the referees as well. They've all been working hard, some people here every day. And White Lights Media as well.
What would we do without them?
I mean, without them, you wouldn't be watching us now. Well, not us, but the lifters. Come on, Thomas. Come on, Thomas. Pull for that PB.
It's just too heavy. Oh, and he gives the bar a bit of a kick on the way out as well.
I wonder if the refs like that.
Clearly not happy.
But nevertheless, a very good total for him. So
I wonder who that hurt more, him or the bar.
Well, Remy, if it were you, definitely would have hurt you more. And now 280 for Tom. Bar is loaded. Sniff of ammonia and he's out on the platform. Setting himself up. Nice view of his hook grip there. Come on, Tom. Shaking, but he's pulling it up.
What do the referees think?
Three white lights. Well done, Tom. Huge.
It's a massive pull, putting him in second place.
It was a 10 kilo PB as well. And
unless Dominic decides to go for a last minute
attempt
big pull.
change. Yeah, huge
I think
pull.
that second looked pretty difficult from here, so I'm not sure whether that's something he's going to try for.
Yeah, I think he should. I think he's going to stay for his third place. Come on, last time. Can he get it up to his hips this time and secure the white lights he needs? Oh, it's going. Come on, lock it out.
Top. Was it enough? And it was!
Incredible. And he picks up his handler in celebration.
Amazing
The
lifting
difference
there.
between that second and third attempt was huge.
Just the mental and physical resilience to be able to come back from a failed deadlift and then be able to come and pull the same weight on the third.
Not only is it
stuff.
mentally taxing failing a lift, but failing a deadlift especially, the stress on your muscles, on your nervous system, that's very impressive from Cameron.
Great lifting.
Dominic now.
290 kilos on the bar.
Place is secured no matter what, but of course he wants those extra kilos.
Finish strong, mate. Come on.
It would
Let's
be
go,
a
Tom.
30
Come on.
kilo PB if he makes this.
Come on!
Come on, Dominic. Oh, and it proves too much. I mean, he's still got a 25 kilo PB on his deadlift today and a bronze medal. Mike helping him there.
Big Mike.
Oh, he's really given it everything. He needs a sit down and some feeding now. Celebration time. William Flynn coming in with a huge 310, the final deadlift of the day. Interestingly, only 10 kilos above his squat.
Interestingly indeed. I think you sometimes do find that as you go up the weight classes, the gap between the squat and the deadlift sometimes narrows. I'm not sure whether that's to do with disadvantaged leverages in the deadlift. But for now, we've got William with his 310 kilo deadlift.
The crowd is going crazy. Let's see it, William.
And he's pulling. Oh, it's very smooth. He gets to the top.
And a smile at the top there. Well done, William. First place by a huge lead.
He knew he'd done enough.
And that concludes the flight, the day, and BUCS. Wow.
So exciting lifting there. And
the podiums in the men, we could kind of see what was happening before. We could predict it easily.
but nonetheless, with a missed opener there, there's always potential for things to get mixed up.
It wouldn't be the first time someone's bombed out on deadlifts, and incredible resilience to come back and pull through and get a total.
Exactly. I mean, today we've seen some squat records, some bench records as well, records flying all over the place.
Yeah.
Some contestation as well for some of the podiums.
Yeah, especially amongst the women. We can see the results of the women now, with Hannah followed by Lauren, go Lauren, and then Tegan and Jade. Just great to see. Some very, all the lifting was very technically well executed, I thought.
Yeah, and incredibly well organised.
Yeah.
I think we have our little podiums being brought out so that the lifters can be congratulated. Yeah. And for those who get to go and stand on the podium, it must be an amazing feeling. But just to be a part of such a big day and, hit PBs.
Yeah, what a way to finish the competition. And also, the first BUCS since pre-COVID. So incredible to see so many records being broken with so many people not being able to train for a couple of years, or at least train properly. But that hasn't held them back.
Exactly. So I think that we will leave things there as the lifters start to walk out onto the platform so that they can get their medals. But
do stay tuned, the ceremony will be streamed.
And I've been Remy.
And thank you for listening to me. I'm Bea, and we're yeah, grateful for your participation and support.
We'll catch you all soon.
Bye.
Thank you.